So of course, this short-term crisis that we are dealing with is teaching a lot of lessons to us. So first of all, this idea that online is kind of a second-class education is, again, totally disbanded at this point. That is something distant or difficult to address. Of course, it is being addressed very fast by a number of people globally. For sure, there is going to be an emergence of many more players. And so the impression is that those who are enoughly smart, to come up with a version 2.0 of what we are using today are the ones which are really going to become bigger players in the future online. I don't think, this pendulum effect, I think it is happening. Everybody had to go from literally very marginal online presence in higher education to a full online at this point. But can we assume that this new norm that we are facing with in this particular time is going to be permanent? I think we are wrong. As Alan was indicating before, the higher education is not only about sitting in front of a teacher. There are many more things that we learn as we experience life in the college campus that cannot be substituted by technology, even though we might think that it is possible to do it. And of course, there are many things that still teachers need to do, need to decide. There are many interactions that teachers should foster in a way. Kipling used to say that the only way you have to experience another country is by smelling the other country. Well, still today, computers cannot, help us to smell if we see a food or we see, another scene in another country. So I think, online will have a significant role in the future, no doubt about it. I think universities will adapt, and the ones that are more smart will use technology and online remote learning in a blended way. That's the best approach, which will allow also, of course, to dedicate more time to the substance of teaching. When I was in India, I was very proud of participating in TechWeek project. And one of the activities of TechWeek was precisely to support institutions as they are embracing on the issue, on the use of online remote teaching, and also new pedagogy of digital pedagogy of learning. And some institutions are doing a remarkable job. I can tell you about the JISCE college in West Bengal, which also has embraced the flipped learning as the way to teach and the way to learn for all the students. So of course, they were really pioneers in this effort, and they did that with very limited technology. So many things can be done. I still believe that the ingenuity, the capacity of creativity of the Indian people and the Indian people in higher education can really make a big difference. But we need to set aside many of the traditional assumptions that we have and many of the traditional sort of mindsets that exist in the behavior of the institutions, and of course, of the authorities of the institutions, and also, of course, on the teachers and students.